Shalom, this is Brother Moore. Coming to you again, Lord willing, this will be edifying to those of you who are tuning in. But before we get started, let's give all glory and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Rakash. Double honors to teachers, others in the boss of great millstone, likewise, for us, putting on this truth. Faithfully here to seek leading sheep and keep brothers and sisters tuning in. Shalom. Today's lesson is titled, Esau Still Got It. And when I show you this video clip, you'll know what I'm talking about. Let's start off with our first scripture here. This is the book of Job. This is the book of Job, chapter 4, and starting with verse 7, because the contents of this video, okay, you have to keep in mind, even though what you're going to see, can be disturbing, that the Lord Yahweh Shai is the one that orchestrates everything that takes place on this earth. This is Job 4, starting verse 7 reads, "Remember, I pray thee, whoever perish, being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? Even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same." Now, in this video that you will see, okay, and you'll see the cruel nature of Esau the Edomite, the so-called white man, okay, we have to understand that the Jake that is getting this judgment may have done a whole lot of things in his life, on his previous life, that displeases the Lord Yahweh Shai, and now he's paying the price. So without further ado, take a look at this short clip.
Death of an inmate at a prison in New York after he was beaten by corrections officers. Today, New York's Attorney General released body cam video and called what happened shocking and disturbing. Here's Sam Brock, and a warning, this video is graphic.
Newly released shocking video shows these correctional officers fatally beating an inmate, Robert Brooks. The footage, blurred and redacted by state authorities, shows officers repeatedly kicking and punching Brooks in the legs and chest and trying to jam an object down his throat. New York's Attorney General says Brooks was pronounced dead December 10th, a day after these interactions with correctional officers was recorded.
I do not take lightly the release of this video.
James says the video doesn't have audio because the officers involved failed to properly activate their body cameras. It begins with Brooks being carried inside, handcuffed, and face down. He's then raised up, face bloodied, and punched in various parts of his body. Brooks was serving a 12-year sentence for stabbing his girlfriend. His attorney says his death is incomprehensible.
I was there with Mr. Brooks' son and his father and his brother. They all watched the video as well. And I think it was just the overwhelming shock. It was just felt so incomprehensible.
NBC News has not been able to reach attorneys for the 14 people under investigation, but the president for the Correction Officers Benevolent Association, adding in a sharply worded statement, "The egregious and repugnant action of the officers who committed this heinous and fatal assault does not in any way reflect the values of the vast majority of correction officers, including my members." 13 personnel are currently suspended without pay. Another has resigned as the investigation continues. And yet, Tom, there are still questions tonight about what happened that led to the beating that we just saw. Tom?
Now, as you saw in that video, okay, these devils, they still got it. I mean, you see the cowardness there where, many of them against one Jake. They already had this Jake, subdued in handcuffs. He's already under their custody, yet still they found the need to execute judgment on him. Okay, and this is the reason why we always tell you, Jakes, pursuing the Psalms 10 and 5, his ways are always grievous. Okay, when you go into Sirach 12 and 10, never trust thine enemy. Okay, this man cannot be trusted. Yes, you have a lot of these Jakes that, still want to sing Kumbaya, still, go into the voting pool. They think Trump is out there to make America great for them. They, come into the ministry, yet still assuming as things look like it might get a little kind of tough. They're ready to give up because they don't trust in the true power. Okay, Yahweh Shai. Let's go into the book of Numbers 35. And start verse 20, because at the end of the day, Esau, okay, this is what is supposed to happen to you. This is what really supposed to happen to those men. As you can see that they only got away with, pending an investigation, so to speak. We know what investigation is when it concerns these wicked ass doggone demons. Okay, these devils, is that, they get suspended with pay and probably relocated to another jurisdiction in which they can execute the exact same thing. Keep in mind, this man is extremely wicked. This is Job This is Numbers 35 and start verse 20 reads, but if he trusts him of hatred or hurl at him by lane or way that he died. Now this is really about us, okay? It's about us and the judgment that will come on us. But Esau, the Lord Yahweh will put these judgments on you. Or in enmity smite him with his hand that he died. Let's take a look at that word enmity, okay, in the online etymology here. And it means hostile feeling, rivalry, malice, internal conflict. Okay, so these men, when you see what they was doing to this Jake, that's that internal conflict that they have. That's that feeling of hatred and malice and rivalry. And there is a rivalry between Esau and Jacob. Okay, which is 12. The Jacob is the 12 tribe of Israel, so-called Black Americans, Latinos, and Esau are the so-called the Edomites are the so-called white people, who call themselves Caucasian or whatever else they want to call themselves. Okay, they are a rival to us. They are a rival to us for the heavenly kingdom. They're not going to get it. We are going to get it. Okay, and they're pissed off at it. It says, or in enmity smite him with his hand that he die. He that smote him shall surely be put to death, for he is a murderer. The revenge of blood shall slay the murderer when he meeteth him. Okay, and that's going to be how about Shemel who's going to send his son, okay, to take care of business. Okay, remember, the Lord Yahushua Mashiach said, vengeance is his. So, okay, even though this Jake, okay, probably, did something in his past or currently, and I'm not talking about what they accuse him of, where he was arrested. It goes deeper than that. The judgment really comes from the Lord Yahushua. But at the end of the day, we're seeing the faces of the true biblical Hebrew Israelite always at the hands, being judged at the hands of Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man, in an unfair manner. You see, this is a curse with this enmity between Esau and Jacob. We can go to the book of Genesis 3 and start at verse 15. It reads, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman. So you see, we are dedicated enemies. Okay, Esau and Jacob are enemies. We're not friends. Okay, you coward Jakes out there that want to tuck your balls between your leg and hide your manhood. Okay, you need to understand that it doesn't matter how scared you are. At the end of the day, Esau is the enemy of Yasharallah. It says, and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed, it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. It doesn't matter if they come and say, that was a long time ago, we're sorry about what we did back in slavery and all the other stuff. It doesn't matter. Then the next generation of crackers that come out, they will still look at you as inferior, and they will look at themselves as superior. Doesn't matter if they smell like shit, homeless, dirty, filthy, dumb, and stupid. Okay, they still see you as inferior to them, and as such, they will execute that type of authority over you, including putting you to death. Okay, let's go into the book of Deuteronomy 28 and 6, start verse 65. Because again, we are still under those curses. Esau is still in power. We are still subject to him. Okay, for now. Okay, but this is the experience that we know that we are going to experience, that we are experiencing here in Great Babylon, America. And only the hopefully elect or the elect will recognize these things. It says, and among these nations shall thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Lord Yahweh shall give thee there a trembling heart and failing of eyes and sore of mind. I know a couple of Jakes that they end up marrying Thai, Japanese women, and they actually moved to those countries because they thought it was they think it's going to be a little bit more peaceful, and in communicating with them, I said, it's not going to turn out well for you, because the judgment will find you. Okay, we've been scattered. Okay, whether you think, you voluntarily going overseas, these passport brothers, it doesn't matter. When the time comes, these people will look at you, when your American dollar bills, become nothing, they will see you as just a nuisance, and they will execute those judgments that the Lord has for your sorry, weak ass that's running away from your responsibility, which if you were over here in Great Babylon, America, heard this truth, and it's been given a portion to go in the highway and the byway, you would be doing just that, because that's a commandment from the Mashiach, okay, our coming King. And it says, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life. And this is how all of us were. In fact, even those of us right now, we know we have to walk, carefully, walk in wisdom, okay, deal with these wicked people out there in wisdom. What does the scripture say? Agree with the adversary quickly, okay, which is the people that are in authority right now, because we don't have the power or the ability, okay, to go up against Esau. We can't even grow our own food here in Great Babylon, America. So we're subject under these curses, okay, and you can see Esau is taking full advantage of it, because under these curses, okay, pursuant to Genesis 27, pursuant to Genesis 3 and 15, you can see that the Lord Hashemashah put the enmity between, okay, us and them. So this is something that only the Lord can take away. And the only way the way that's going to come about is that right now Esau is getting his licks on us and is able to do what you see he's doing in this video. But there's going to come a time when they're all said and done, okay, that they're going to be subject to the same punitive measures that they have executed on us. Let's go into the book of Ezekiel 35 and 5, because we are about to see how Esau is going to eventually succumb to his own wickedness as they turn the sword on each other. And it reads, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel. This is part of shedding the blood right there. Okay? This is part of shedding the blood by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Okay? So even though right now we're coming towards the end of our captivity here, okay, even though Jake is down and out, broke, poor, oppressed, losing their mind, hoping for some type of mercy from the big brother Esau, he doesn't show it. Esau kicks you down further. This is the spirit of these crackers. You think when they're losing everything, you think they want to see you have something? You think they care about your Merry Christmas or your Happy New Year or your birthdays, or you got a promotion, okay? And they've come up with all kinds of stuff, even when their government have implemented, what they call it, affirmative action, those things like that. Here you have, multiple degrees and can run circles around them at the speed of sound. And yes, so they'll just look at you and go, you only got that job because of what, affirmative action. So you can't win. So don't even try. This is the end of their wicked winning. It says, therefore, as I live, said the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sit down, has not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. So this is what we are waiting for. Okay, we saw the Lord Yahweh Shemashai judge 181 of those damn gooks over there in South Korea on that plane. Okay, they thought they was going to have a brand new year, in the Capitol and all that stuff, and just like that, boom, we watch it live on video. And you're starting to see now a lot more disasters and now being or judgments and now being caught on video, so that we know, okay, that the Lord Yahweh Shemashai is behind all of it. Okay, that should keep that fear, okay, in everybody, to know that you don't have any type of power, okay, in how your life is going to end. Okay, let's go into second address, because these crackers are going to they're going to actually kill each other, but before that, they're actually going to be destroying their own place. They're about to destroy their own place and they don't even know it. 2025 could be the year where they start, breaking down buildings and, just destroying what little they have right now. When we take a look at it, because see, if Trump doesn't come true, which he's not going to come true, no man can save you down crackers. And you Jakes are following these crackers. Seriously, dude? Why are you following the Sasquatch? Okay. That reminds me of a news piece, and I'll see if I can stick it in this video. Some Edomites, they got judged. They lost their lives. They were looking for Sasquatch, which they call Bigfoot. It's like, just look in the damn mirror. You see a Sasquatch every doggone day. That's what y'all are, Sasquatch. Okay, caveman. So what the hell you hell looking for the caveman for, the big abominable snowman for, when you actually are that? Okay, this is second address 15, down verse 16 reads, for there should be seditions amongst men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their king nor prince, and the cause of their action shall stand in their power. So y'all love guns. Okay, I just brought out the book of Ezekiel 35 and 5, where the Lord said he's going to have blood pursue you. Guess what? The blood is going to, those pursuits are going to come from you. You Edomites are going to be dedicated to slaughtering each other. Okay, so those cops, those swines that was in that room that judged that Jake, guess what? At some point in time, they're going to be turning the sword on each other. Like, when the time comes, they're going to be turning the sword on each other. They're not friends. Okay. It says, and the cause of the action shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city should be troubled and the houses should be destroyed and men should be afraid. Of course, people are going to be setting these buildings afire. These high rises going to be on fire. The firemen going to attempt to put them out, and they can try to save the cities and stuff like that. Do what they normally do. But then people are going to be assaulting them. There's not going to be respect for authorities, including those men that you see beating that Jake to death. Okay, there's not going to be any sorry. The Lord is not to be trifled with, because He's gonna give you exactly what you delivered out there. Wickedness for wickedness. Okay, and when it all said and done, when these people realize that their government, their king, cannot deliver on His promises, it's going to be every man, every woman, every child, every baby, every old doggone motherfucker for themselves. Okay, you can't walk, you're strong in a wheelchair, too bad, you're going to starve to death. Okay, so you Edomites, you so-called white people, you're not going to show mercy on each other, on top of the fact that you're not going to show mercy on anybody else. Okay, and you Jakes that are joining them, guess what? Expect no mercy from them, because the Lord Yahweh Shemashai is going to ensure that everybody in this cauldron is going to get slaughtered who are not part of the elect. Let's close over the book of Joel 3:19, because you got to say this, Delta Tango Alpha. Y'all know what that is, a Bible. All right. This is Joel 3 and verse 19. It says, Egypt, which we know this place is known as spiritual Sodom and Egypt, shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness, for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. And how this scripture here, mentioned the children of Judah, okay, which is the so-called Negroes, and that Jake there, that's we can see that he looks what appears to be a so-called African American, which would be from the tribe of Judah, okay, and Esau shed his blood. Okay, now we know that the Lord Yahweh Shemashai is behind all of it, but when you see images like this, it reinforces what we always bring out, on the highway and the byway in these videos, that you Jakes should not trust your enemy. Okay, Ecclesiasticus 12:10. Never trust thy enemy, because there is enmity between Esau and Jacob. We are not friends. We're never going to be friends. They are, in fact, our future slave. Every single one of them, starting from the topmost kike all the way down to the bottom shit-eating piece of shit bag cracker that you see on the sidewalk there, that you have to walk about 100 feet away so you don't smell their stinking nasty ass. Lord willing, the elect will satisfy. Let it close by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Kadash, Shalom.